Hello everyone, this is Louis Demers, and today I'm going to be walking you through a brief little tutorial through the application Twitter. Twitter started in about 2006, 2007. It originated as just a way for individuals to share funny little notes, puns, things that they might have noticed throughout the day, cute little pictures, things of that nature. And then it actually blossomed into a way for celebrities and TV hosts, radio personalities, world leaders, politicians to share information. And some of the information is accurate and some of the information has to be fact-checked. So what I will do now is I will actually just start up Twitter for you. So first thing you would do, so you go to your search engine. In this case, I'm using Google Chrome. Just type in Twitter, hit enter, and it comes up down here. Now, what I will do is I will just click the blue bird. As you remember, the blue bird, every time you make a tweet, it just goes tweet, tweet. So that's their big, claim to fame. No one takes that from them. So as we click this, it will bring us right to the home page. All right, so we're in. Now, I will briefly go through the home page. So here you will see everything that's going to pop up on your news feed. That could be anything from something, content that you follow from other celebrities, other people. In this case, Sid Seixeiro, a famous sports newscaster in Canada, has posted something, as you can see right there. Now, I'll briefly walk you through the sections and, things that we can go through in this app. So here we go to the left. It will be Explore. That's usually based on hashtags, things of that nature. Notifications, whether someone's tried to contact you, mentioned you in a tweet. Messages, if somebody wants to actually send you a message. Bookmarks, if you'd like to bookmark a certain post to actually use later on in the future. Lists, profile, and finally more. Now, what I will do is I will hit Explore. So, Explore basically gives you the ability to see everything that's trending. And by trending, I mean everything that is the most popular right now. So, as you can see, what is trending? News, sports, entertainment, and surprise, surprise, COVID-19. Can't believe that's trending. I will just type in a simple word. So let's see, pop. Okay, I typed in pop. Now, first thing that comes up is celebrities. So Pop Smoke, Kid Cudi. Those are musicians and artists. And as you see below, then there's Pope Francis, Poppy Harlow. Pope Francis is obviously a religious figure, and Poppy Harlow, I'm too old to know who that is. Anyways, one very important thing that you should notice about this is there is a blue check mark under those names. Now, the reason for the blue check mark is to indicate that that person is the actual celebrity. It is not a person trying to create a fake account. What the blue check mark really gives us is the ability to know that the information is coming from an actual source from that person, as opposed to somebody that, claims to be somebody that they're not and uses their popularity to, create, facts about them that are clearly untrue. So I will go to a different area also. Pardon me. If you look to the right, you will see things that you might like, kind of like cookies on the internet, where you would see a, something of an account that you might be interested in. In this case, it's Sports Center and it's First Take and it's Ring Central. I have not followed any of those. I might do so in the future. Now, notifications. Have a look through that. Notifications, I don't have much, to be honest with you, because I don't use too many things. Even if I was to go to my mentions, I don't even have any mentions because I necessarily haven't tweeted out too much. This year, there hasn't been too many positive things to tweet about. So maybe next year I'll get a little bit more involved with the Twitter game. Again, this is messages. This is where you would send a message to somebody, a private message that only you and he and the person can actually see. So it's something that's a little bit more private than putting your information out there. Now, bookmarks. Bookmarks are something you'd like to maybe see in the future. As you see to my bottom right, Hayden Christensen is returning as Darth Vader for the Obi-Wan Disney Plus series. That's something I might like to bookmark to share to a friend. And hey, let him know, by the way, Star Wars fan, you might like to see, old school Anakin Skywalker as Darth Vader again. Now, lists. This is something you can put together. And finally, profile. Profile is something that you can actually go through and edit at any time. Mine is fairly simple, just a quick little professional picture of me. And then I have how many tweets I've had, 12. So you can obviously see how much I've used this application. Again, down here is a little bit of a subsection where it gives you tweets and replies, media, and likes. Now, one thing I will go through, if we haven't, is an actual tweet itself. So, now, if you're looking at this, This is where you would send a tweet out to the general public. So when writing something like this, you have to be very, very careful. You have to make sure, obviously, your grammar is correct. You're trying to, make a statement. You're trying to ask a question. You're putting information out there that, most importantly, as you see with that blue little globe, everyone can see. So you have to be very, very cautious of what you're saying. Make sure it's appropriate. Make sure it's you're staying with your online persona and you're trying to, obviously educate or get some information for yourself. I think that is probably the main use of Twitter, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I find for a lot of individuals, especially in society, it's used for other things, such as passing information that's, may not be as accurate as you'd like it to be. Now, here is where I just clicked the blue bird at the top left corner. Now, with the blue bird, I just went back to my homepage. Going back to the homepage, now you can see everything in terms of what I follow. So right down here, CP24. Okay, that's one of the biggest ones. That's a very important news handle that shares accurate information. CNN just below it. These are just common news articles that everyone would see every day, except it's presented to me in an online way, as opposed to MSNBC. It is similar in the sense of Facebook, but Facebook is more or less creating friends and relationships and doing all those kinds of things. Twitter is more based on creating one personality, yourself. There can be lots of different people on Twitter, but your voice is important because it's specific to what you're dealing with, right? Anybody who is on Twitter and has an account is trying to obviously, promote themselves in some kind of way. One interesting one here is, if you look to the right, something that's trending in Canada is Jarvis. So let's click that. Let's see why Jarvis is trending. So anywhere, let's see, Jarvis continues, Jarvis Johnson, just a whole bunch of different things about why Jarvis would be Dan Jarvis. I thought it was actually Jarvis Street in Toronto with all the construction going on, but I guess not. Likewise, I digress with this video in terms of what I could actually tell you about Twitter. Twitter is a very, very important application, but you really have to take the time to see why you should be using it. Now, for students, I find it can be quite educational, but again, it really, really depends on the type of information you're receiving. You have to be quite cautious with how you conduct yourself on Twitter and what kind of information you really want to be getting back. You want to follow accounts that are obviously appropriate and accounts that you can show to other people, because your online persona and how you identify yourself online is pretty important in this world today. You have to be extremely aware of what you're doing and how you're conducting yourself, and also the language that you're using. Most importantly, with the students that we work with and individuals that need our support, they're going to look for our, importance of actually presenting a good front and being something of a role model on the internet, right? They're going to look for our tweets and our information and our posts to see what maybe we would share, something passionate about us. And I don't think it would look too good if we were sharing information that was a little bit inappropriate for the internet and for other students, individuals, and people in our field to see. So in closing, I think Twitter is a very important application, but I think if you don't use it properly, it can become quite a distraction, and it can become something that is used for the wrong reasons. So in closing, again, I would like to think it is a very, very good application, but not specifically for me. I find it's a little bit more for individuals who want to know about everything that's going on. I get my information from CP24 or a few other video handles or applications, but nevertheless, Twitter has its uses, and for that, it is a very good application. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. I hope it was educational for you, and have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks again.